I have reviewed hundreds of quality policies in my career. Some inspire, most are forgotten the moment they are signed. The difference between a quality policy that drives behavior and one that collects dust comes down to 5 words: specific, relevant, communicated, understood, applied. Clause 5.2 tells you exactly how to get there. Welcome back to ISO Decoded. I am Ahmed Ibrahim, and this is episode 8. Last week, we explored customer focus, the heartbeat of Clause 5.1.2. Today, we move to what is arguably the most visible element of any quality management system, the quality policy. Clause 5.2 is divided into two parts. Clause 5.2.1 covers establishing the quality policy, and Clause 5.2.2 covers communicating it. Together, they ensure that your quality policy is not just a document. It is a commitment that is understood and applied at every level of the organization. The quality policy is one of only a few documents that ISO 9001 explicitly requires as a documented information. It is the declaration of your organization's commitment to quality. Done well, it is a compass that guides decisions. Done poorly, it is a corporate wallpaper. Clause 5.2.1 requires top management to establish, implement, and maintain a quality policy that meets 5 specific criteria. First, it shall be appropriate to the purpose and context of the organization and support its strategic direction. Your quality policy must reflect your organization. A generic statement that could apply to any company is not appropriate. It must connect to your specific context from Clause 4.1 and your strategic goals. Second, it shall provide a framework for setting quality objectives. This means your policy should contain statements broad enough to generate measurable objectives. If your policy says, "We are committed to an on-time delivery," that gives you a framework to set an objective like achieve 98% on-time delivery rate. Third, it shall include a commitment to satisfy applicable requirements. This covers customer statutory and regulatory requirements. The word commitment is deliberate. It is a promise, not an aspiration. Fourth, it shall include a commitment to continual improvement of the quality management system. This is non-negotiable. Every quality policy must explicitly commit to getting better over time. Fifth, and this is the newest addition, following the February 2024 Climate Change Amendment, if your organization has determined that climate change is a relevant issue under Clause 4.1, your quality policy should reflect that determination. While the amendment doesn't explicitly require the policy to mention climate change, the connection through context and strategic direction means that relevant climate considerations should be visible in your policy framework. These 5 elements are auditable. An auditor can place your quality policy next to this checklist and verify each criterion. Let me show you the difference between a quality policy that works and one that doesn't. Here is a bad quality policy. We are committed to quality and customer satisfaction. We strive for excellence in everything we do and continuously improve our processes. Why is this bad? It could apply to literally any organization on earth. It mentions no specific context, no strategic direction, no regulatory landscape. It provides no framework for measurable objectives. It is corporate word salad. Now here's a good quality policy. As a precision aerospace components manufacturer serving defense and commercial aviation markets, We commit to delivering products that consistently meet AS 9100D requirements, customer specifications, and all applicable airworthiness regulations. We provide a framework for quality objectives through measurable targets in product conformity, on-time delivery, and defect reduction. We are committed to the continual improvement of our QMS through process innovation, employee development, and data-driven decision-making. See the difference? The good policy names the industry, the products, the relevant standards, the regulatory environment, and specific areas for measurable objectives. An auditor reading this knows exactly what the organization does and how quality connects to its mission. Now, Clause 5.2.2 addresses communication. The quality policy shall be available and maintained as documented information, communicated, understood, and applied within the organization, and available to relevant interested parties as appropriate. The Auditing Practices Group emphasizes that the key test is not whether the policy exists as a document, but whether people in the organization can describe what it means and how it relates to their work. An auditor may ask a machine operator, a warehouse worker, or a project manager, what is your quality policy and how does it affect what you do? The answer doesn't need to be a word-for-word recitation. It needs to show understanding and relevance. How do you ensure your quality policy is not just communicated, but truly understood and applied? Method 1. Visual deployment. Display the policy where people work, not just in the lobby. Production floor screens, intranet home pages, employees handbook, onboarding materials. Make it visible where decisions are made. Method 2. Translate it into every language. If your policy mentions continual improvement of the QMS, help teams to understand what that means for them. For the production team, it might mean participating in root cause analysis. For customer service, it might mean tracking complaint resolution metrics. Method 3. Link it to performance. When setting individual or team objectives, connect them to the quality policy. If the policy commits to customer satisfaction, then customer satisfaction targets should appear in relevant team KPIs. Method 4. Review it regularly. The policy must be maintained, which means it is a living document. Review it during management reviews, especially when your context changes. A company that has expanded into new markets or launched new products may need to update its policy. Method 5. Test understanding. Conduct periodic awareness checks not as a gotcha exercise, but as a genuine tool to ensure the message is reaching everyone. If people cannot articulate how the policy relates to their role, there is a communication gap. Quickfire audit red flags for Clause 5.2. Red flag 1. The quality policy was written by a consultant 5 years ago and has never been reviewed. If leadership cannot explain why specific words were chosen, the policy is not owned by the organization. Red flag 2. Employees cannot describe the quality policy in their own words. Word for word recitation is not required, but basic awareness is essential. Red flag 3. The policy does not mention any commitment to continual improvement. This is a mandatory element and its absence is a nonconformity. Red flag 4. Quality objectives cannot be traced back to the policy. If your policy commits to regulatory compliance but you have no objectives measuring compliance performance, there is a broken link. Red flag 5. The policy is not available to relevant interested parties. If a major customer or regulator asks to see your quality policy and you cannot produce it, that is a finding. The bottom line, your quality policy should be a living, breathing statement that leaders own, employees understand, and the organization acts upon every day. To recap, your quality policy must be appropriate to your context, provide a framework for objectives, commit to meeting requirements, and commit to continual improvement. It must be documented, communicated, understood, and applied. Write it specifically for your organization. Make it visible, translate it into everyday language, and review it regularly. A great quality policy is not a formality. It's a declaration of purpose. Next week in episode 9, we complete Clause 5 with Clause 5.3, Organizational Roles, Responsibilities, and Authorities. What does what in your QMS? How do you ensure everyone knows their role? And what happened to the management representative? All that and more next week. Subscribe, share, and leave a review. You are now 8 episodes deep into mastering ISO 9001. Until next week, keep decoding quality.